The generational clash between Gen Z and Boomers, it's going to be studied. I mean, it's just so funny how much they butt heads, and I say they, but I'm a Gen Zer. Um, but just like the fact that we're a complete ops to each other, like I think that has a lot to do with the fact that like Gen Z can't do what the Boomers could do in their 20s and 30s. Like Gen Z has to deal with a lot of bullshit that the Boomers put them onto, like financial ruin, not being able to afford cars, not being able to afford apartments, and the Boomers they want to tell us that we constantly question and are complaining about stuff that they didn't have to deal with. Like a lot of the Boomer advice, it's just outdated. Like the funniest one to me is just work hard, right? Let me just work hard at my $18 hour job while I have a $2,000 rent payment waiting for me and I can't even afford to eat. And you tell me to work hard? Like, it's laughable. You know, you tell Generation Z to work so hard, right? While you guys are financially free, retired, no worries in the world, because you guys were actually able to take advantage of a good stock market, good finances. You were actually able to save up, buy houses. That clash has been building and brewing for years. Not to mention like the job market, right? I don't know the financial schematics or anything, but you know, you go to college, you were able to pay that off, get a good paying job. Now in Generation Z, you get your damn master's degree and you still can't find a job. How is that fair? So no wonder we're going to complain. No wonder we're going to question things because we can't even afford to get a frickin' job. Plenty of people that are drowning in debt because they did this so-called thing of staying safe, playing the rules, going to college, and it didn't pan out for them because they followed boomer advice from their parents telling them to go to college, and it sunk them into a lifetime of debt. The boomers in my life, luckily, I'm very thankful, are accepting, and when I want to debate with them, and most of the time, they can agree with me. Like, yeah, if I was your age, if I was in my 20s and 30s, and I couldn't afford to get a job, couldn't afford to buy a house, couldn't afford to get an apartment, couldn't afford to get a car, I'd be mad too. And I feel like the clash is almost unnecessary just because most of the time the boomers they don't want to listen to what younger people have to say. They have this ideology that they're right, we're retired, we know what we're doing financially, you guys just complain. And that's a very closed minded way to think like that. And that's why those two generations clash so much.